Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, friends of Japanese art prints. My name is Dieter Van Schura, but please just call me Dieter, and I'm the owner and manager of the Artelino company. The Artelino company sells Japanese art prints in weekly online auctions, and we also produce videos, usually 1 or 2 per week, about Japanese prints. And these videos are usually about an artist biography, or we discuss a specific print. Today is a bit different. It's actually a bit technical. Today I do not want to show you the beautiful image of a beautiful print. No, I want to show you the backside, the verso of a print, especially the verso of a Shinhanga art print. And why? Because on quite a few, mainly of Shinhanga prints, on the backside you find a small stamp made in Japan. It's an itsy-bitsy stamp, and I now want to show it to you. And this is an expensive, valuable print by Kozo Nohara, and therefore I'm first using the gloves. Let's grab it cautiously, turn it around, and you see there on bottom, very small, can you see it? That stamp made in Japan. Let's zoom in. What is that stamp made in Japan? What is it about? Let me explain by telling you first a little story. A story from a client who many years ago bought a nice print, a Shinhanga print from us. It was something like this, maybe even by Kozo Nohara, and the print was expensive. And it was all okay, and we shipped that print. And 2 weeks later, we got an angry email. It was like, I bought this print from you, and you told me it's rare and it's valuable and it was expensive. And what did I find on verso? A cheap stamp made in Japan. Well, I'm feeling like this was fraud. Okay, at that time we already had an entry in our glossary, and there we had explained what it is about this made in Japan stamp. And we explained it to our client and sent her the link, and it was all okay. And now let me show this glossary entry, which I think we may have added in 2003 when we found this discussion on the internet. And it's still unchanged since then. And to my knowledge, well, nothing has changed about the evaluation. And now I want to quote from this encyclopedia entry. Start of quote. The made in Japan stamp is sometimes found on the verso of Shinhanga or other Japanese prints. To our knowledge, discussions among ukiyo-e experts have not yet come to a final conclusion. But this type of stamp was obviously used between 1921 and 1941. It was mandatory by US import laws for all imported goods from Japan. The stamp is neither a reliable way of dating a print, nor does it mean that the print was actually exported to the US. But it indicates that the print was printed and prepared for export to the United States during this period. The stamp is very small, about 2/3 of an inch wide, that's roughly 2 centimeters. Prints that were either meant for the domestic market or for export to Europe were not stamped. Well, end of this quote. This explains it all, and I want to add that you can find this stamp also in different shapes, but it's always very small. I remember having it seen in different colors, in red, I think also in a dark blue, and sometimes it comes in a box with a thin line around it. let me finish with the conclusion. This stamp made in Japan is not negative. On the contrary, it's a positive, good indicator. You find it, to my knowledge, nearly always on Shinhanga prints, not on all, often on expensive Shinhanga prints, and very often on Shinhanga prints that come from the estate of the famous collector and dealer Robert O. Muller. Let me finish this little video with a quote by Mark Twain. Beginning of quote, "It's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubts." Let me add one comment, but how can you do that when you're the storyteller for a Japanese print video? Goodbye.